Welcome to Quiltology, brought to you by Fabric Editions to help you learn basic quilting concepts that will jumpstart your quilting experience. Today's lesson is about classy quilting by machine. The quilting design you choose will become another design element of your completed quilt. It's important to begin thinking about how you might want to quilt your finished top while you are making it. We will be using the Quiltology Amethyst quilt for reference. The instructions in the kit show 3 quilting options to help you decide which is best for you. Stitch in the ditch or seam, parallel lines, curved petal design. There are several factors that will play into how you will finish your quilt. One is skill level. If you haven't been quilting very long, we recommend choosing a simple design of straight lines that you feel comfortable with. Thread color is another factor. Quilting with neutral or coordinating thread will help the quilt stitches blend into the background of the quilt. Quilting with contrasting thread will allow the quilt stitching to stand out and be featured as a part of the quilt design. Also, be sure your thread is for machine quilting. Hand quilting threads have a wax coating that can damage your machine. Let's talk about marking. The quilting process will be easier and faster if no marking is needed. Most of the time, if marking is used, the marks must be removed. Make sure you know the removal process before you choose a tool and test it. Let's do a little quilting to show you some classy quilting tips. Stitch in the ditch is the easiest form of machine quilting, since no marking is required. It simply means to stitch in the seam or next to the seam. Since most seams are pressed to one side, quilt on the less bulky side. Many machines have a foot designed especially for this purpose. Straight line quilting works best when a walking foot is used. Some walking attachments have a bar that can be adjusted to follow the previous stitching to make parallel lines with no marking. Masking tape comes in various widths and works well to get even straight lines by stitching close to the edge of the tape. Lines can also be marked with a marking tool that can be removed later. There are many types of marking tools available made especially for quilting. Machine quilting of curved designs works best with a free motion foot and the feed dogs lowered or covered. One easy way to mark these designs is to trace or print the design on paper, then stitch with no thread to make holes in the paper following the design lines. You can also use a quilt pounce chalk marker with a rubbing motion to transfer the design to the quilt top. Another method is to trace the design on freezer paper, cut out the design, and stitch around it. We hope some of these methods will help you choose the machine quilting technique that works best for you.